Here we are in downtown Las Vegas, and we're in front of probably one of the largest maps that you can get is the Valley, and one of the most current. A lot of people ask me about Las Vegas and the more or less the geography of it. And Las Vegas Valley truly is a valley. It is surrounded by mountains. In the northwest corridor, the Indian Reservation, which isolates the valley, and in the northeast corridor, we have Nellis Air Force Base. Besides that, all the green on this map is BLM or National Forest. There won't be any building going on over there. A lot of people ask, well, where is all the growth that has happened in the valley? Well, Las Vegas is like a piece of pie, more or less, with growth. Towards the crust of the pie and this 215 Beltway is where you saw a majority of the builders come in and buy land and do a whole lot of building and have a whole lot of very friendly mortgage programs,
to say the least. But that has also created a huge opportunity for us today. Like Kevin was speaking, the green, there's very little green left in the valley. We have very little land left. We're landlocked. That's creating opportunity because you have homes that were previously valued at anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000, now going for $100,000, $150,000, and now we have $300,000 homes that are going for $75,000 to $100,000 in certain parts of town. Nowhere else in the country, and many economists and analysts have agreed with us, and we know firsthand because we're here, we're doing it, we're in the business, that you can't find a better value, whether you're an investor or a homeowner. I'm going to give you two examples, one of each, real quick. We had a homeowner that just purchased a new home in Southern Highlands. They made $34,000 total combined, and we were able to purchase them a $115,000 home, a 3-bedroom, 1,800 square feet, 1-story, and they were able to qualify and afford it on a $34,000 combined income. It's unheard of. I'm from Southern California, and I know that will never happen in Southern California. Another example is we have an investor that recently just purchased a home in Mountain's Edge over here in the southwest part of town for $85,000. Okay, now they had an opportunity to keep that $85,000 in the bank, their savings, and get about a 0.075% return on their money. So they could receive approximately $700 a year, $800 a year for the whole year on that $85,000. Instead, they decided to purchase this home in Mountain's Edge where they're going to receive rent of anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. Currently, they're going to receive $1,100. They're going to receive more return on their $85,000 in 30 days than they will in 365 days sitting in their savings account or any other safe investment as like a treasury or any equivalent. So anybody that has cash is flocking to Vegas right now. Even if they don't want to, they don't have a choice, because this is where people are making money with little cash. $100,000 can net you an easy $12,000 a year, and that's not just one or two, that's hundreds, thousands of people in Las Vegas now are doing this. And it's definitely going to be a limited time, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can take the vision of this map. You see that we're locked in. There's only a certain amount of houses, and there's thousands of investors coming here monthly now to try and take them, not only from the United States, but now we're getting them from all over the world. I can be here all day talking about that, from China, Canada, Australia. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We've discussed before why this opportunity is here, and now is the time to act.
For years, I've talked to fund managers, and I've heard a lot of different fund holders talking about sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the right time. And there was always a big question mark on there. What is the right time? Well, we've seen a flattening out in the Las Vegas market with depreciation, that onward slide that we've had year after year after year. And with that flattening out, we are seeing these funds getting active in this marketplace, buying dozens and dozens and dozens of these single-family residential properties. And having them leased out, cash flowing. These are all newer properties, and to these fund managers, they make a lot of sense. Compared to the other markets across the United States, even the world, if you really crunch the numbers, they're very solid here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, last time I checked, I don't think you can buy a 1,400 square foot lot or loft in New York for $80,000 or $90,000. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that was created by a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence we discussed before, like I was stating earlier. And the limited time, we don't know when that time is going to end, but we now see the light, and we do see more money coming than there are available houses. And that's why we have fund managers now that before they're sitting on the sidelines waiting for the right time, now they're sitting on the sidelines because they didn't purchase in time.
Now this is downtown Las Vegas, the heart of the city. And here's a 15 freeway right here. Takes you 3.5 hours to get here from Los Angeles, 4.5 from San Diego, two very major cities. Now, in the heyday, when we were having 7,000 people move here a month, a majority of them were coming from Southern California. Now, there's a very large migration expected again, and this is for political reasons.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. In 2009, we were starting to see a little influx of the migration, and California, the state of California, offered businesses tax incentives and tax breaks, and I shouldn't say promise, but basically promised. They told them they weren't going to raise their taxes and they're going to give these incentives. Well, now they're reneging on this. Right? The new governor, Jerry Brown, said, hey, we're not going to do this. So now these companies assumed that they were going to have these tax advantages and these tax extensions without going into great detail. And now they're going to renege on this because the state of California is obviously in great debt. They need to pay out these pensions. And now these businesses are going to be extremely upset because all of their projections are going to be off because they're going to have to pay higher taxes. Now, we all know that businesses are leaving California in droves because of the tax consequences there. It's ridiculous. I used to live there myself. And homeowners and people that are retired folks there, they're getting concerned now that they're going to outlive their retirement money because they're not going to be able to afford it. And they know that if you have money and you live in California, you're going to get taxed. I mean, the tax rate's probably going to go close to 50%. I think right now you have the federal, and I think the California state tax is 13%. Nevada doesn't have a state tax. The cost of living lower is much lower here. The property taxes are far lower here. There's no Nevada state tax like there's a California state tax. And businesses are starting to come here in droves. In fact, there's a training company, a real estate training company, that moved out of California, and they since have moved to Nevada, Las Vegas, in the last 2 years, and they've saved just on taxes alone $11 million, okay? On state taxes and other taxes and licensing fees that they had to pay in California. Now, not only have they grown their business, they've moved to the state of Nevada, okay? And they've been able to double their sales force and still have less money. So basically, they got to move to the state of Nevada and receive free employees as if they were still in the state of California. I could go on and on and on, and people that live in California, I don't have to tell you anything. You know exactly what's going on because you're getting taxed to death. And just last June, July, in one day, they added a gasoline tax of 13 cents. Can you imagine waking up the next day and seeing your gas go up 13 cents because the state needs money? It's unreal what's going on, right? And they're still with all these taxing, they're still in huge debt of, I believe their deficit, this projected deficit is $21 billion. And where's that going to come from? It's going to come from businesses making money and entrepreneurs making money and individuals that are making money in California. Well, they're going to be taxed. And that's the only way they're going to get rid of that deficit. So we see people coming to the suburb of Los Angeles, Las Vegas. People are also coming here in droves from the Midwest and East Coast. People ask why, besides other reasons. A perfect example, we're in the middle of winter today. Not a cloud in the sky. And it's 68 degrees in the middle of winter. Amazing weather. Kevin was speaking earlier about how Las Vegas is similar to a pie. It's landlocked. It only has 10% buildable land left. And a perfect example of what he was discussing is right out here at Mountain's Edge, there were some builders that just purchased huge parcels of land. Haven't seen this since almost 2004, 2005. So the builders are now purchasing a portion of the Las Vegas pie, and it's time for you to get your slice.